Yo, and hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Showcase Showdown. I'm Mike. That's Chris. We're going to show some cards today. Hey, Chris, how are you?
I am good. I'm excited about doing this today. It seems like it's been a little bit since we've done one, even though I know it hasn't.
Yeah, this is our first post-Strongsville episode.
Yeah, I've had two shows. I had two card shows since we've done this. So again, I've had opportunity to pick up Mr. Willie McCovey, but I have not picked up any Willie McCovey cards.
Well, that may or may not help you today. We'll see. It'll be fun. We're doing Willie McCovey today, member of the 500 Home Run Club, longtime Giant, little-time Padre. You know, you'll see some cards with that, but what a great career. What a great era of cardboard, too. I was thinking, his cards run from 1960, and his last card is in 1980. So he's got cards every year of the 60s, every year of the 70s, and then the one card in 1980. He basically finishes vintage. Like, the vintage era is over when Willie McCovey's career is over.
True, and he's one of, I think the number's still the same. I think he's one of 31 players to play in 4 different decades. And that's amazing to me.
Brett's another one, I think, that did that, didn't he?
No.
He won batting titles in 3 different decades. That's what Brett did.
Yeah,
that's right.
But McCovey played in 4 decades, and he gets respect from people that played against him. I mean, it's here, recently within the last year or so, Johnny Bench. I love Johnny Bench, so I hang on every word that he says. It's gospel, and I heard him say that they didn't have a pitcher on any staff that he caught that could consistently get him out.
Huh.
He just couldn't sneak anything past him.
I love his nickname. He's Stretch. Like, that's pretty great. In all the show in Strongsville, first of all, we want to say thank you to everybody that came up to us and told us that they love the show. We really appreciate it. I'm surprised so many of you are on Chris's side. It bothers me, Chris.
Not everybody is on Chris's side. I want to tell this one real quick, Mike. I was walking around with Greg Midlife Cards, and this one young guy comes up to me, and he's with his dad, and they're walking around, and he says, "Oh," it taps me on the shoulder, and he says, "I really, really like your show. I watch it all the time." And he says, my best time to watch is when you're on Baseball Collector's show, and you do the Showcase Showdown." And Greg kind of feed him up, kind of build him up a little bit. He says, "Well, who do you root for?" And kid, without skipping a beat, says, "Baseball Collector," like real proud like that. And Greg was like, "What are you talking about? Everybody roots for Chris. Everybody likes the underdog." He says, "Why do you root for Mike?" And without skipping a beat, that kid says, "'Cause I like winners." So not everybody, but the really, really good viewers are rooting for me right now.
I think I gave him like a Mickey Mantle card or something to say that. I can't remember. No. Thank you. Chris and I don't care who you root for. We're just glad you're watching. And Chris, tell everybody, if they're watching along with us, what they can do, and tell them some of the rules for today.
Okay, well, sit back and try to enjoy the best half hour on YouTube. At least that's what I say. I say it's the best hour because I hope it stretches out. But push pause on your computer right now. Go to your collection and get out all your Willie McCovey cards and put them in order from the most recent card to the oldest card, to his rookie card, and follow along with us. You get 5 points for just having the card. You get the additional points of what the grade is on the card. Now, Mike and I don't care what the grades are. It's just how we do it to see who has the best collection. And so follow along with us. Check at the end and leave a comment to let us know how you did. And also leave a comment and let Mike know who you're really rooting for, if you would, guys. And I don't know. Just have fun along with us.
Absolutely. Yeah, McCovey, again, there are some sneaky expensive McCovey cards in his run because he is a high number in a lot of critical sets in the 60s especially. And so you'll be like, what? How much is that card? I remember I did that many times as I was trying to complete the run. And so we'll go through those as we go. We'll start first. You're the visitor since I won the last one. And, we're not really keeping score, but we are. I'm winning. But, yeah, you go first with 1980 is where we're starting this.
Okay. First of all, before
Showdown.
before I show a card, I'm scared on this one because you showed your McCovey tabletop showcase about 4 months ago, I think 3 or 4 months ago, and I saw some of those cards. So you better keep an eye on when I show them, because I might stretch the truth on my grades a little bit. But I'm
gonna let the cards speak for themselves. All right.
Okay. All right. Well, the 1980, I have a 7.
And I have a 9. Let's just start that off. Boom.
How many times in a row have you started off with a lead?
It's a lot, actually. I'm not gonna lie.
My goal here is to not let you throw a no-hitter.
Well, we'll see. I'll start 1979 tops. I have an 8.
And I have a 6.
No hitter, still intact. All right.
Okay, the 1977.
You mean 78?
78 tops, I'm sorry. 1978 tops. I have a 7.5.
Uh-oh. No hitter over. I have a 7.
Okay. That's like beating you by a half point's like me laying down a bunt down the third base line. So
the third base was playing back and you just took the cheap hit. Yeah.
That's right.
I like it. 1977. Like, what are your thoughts just general about McCovey? Like, I think they're pretty none of them just stand out as just these amazing looking cards. But he is Willie McCovey. So I have a 6 in the 77.
I have a lower grade than that. I have a 4.
Kind of a bland card,
Let me shut my phone off here, Mike.
All right. He's probably having somebody saying they're going to bring cards over and help him out with this.
That was Billy Ballgame on the phone, so he lives close enough that he could bring me some cards.
So, maybe not by the time we're done with this, but if I hear your door open, I'm going to be wondering if you're.
Yeah. Okay. So my thoughts on this cards you're asking on some of them is the cards don't do him justice size wise, but if the card and I think you'll show it a little bit later on, maybe, is when he's standing with Willie Mays, and I think it's a 67 card, how tall and how big of a towering figure he is. So we're lucky that we can get him inside one of these pictures.
Yeah, he was 6'4".
6'4"?
Yeah, that's what it says on his baseball card.
Okay. I have a 7 in 1976.
It's a push. I also have a 7. We're into the Padres years now. So 1975. I have an 8.
Ooh, gosh. I have a 4. Golly. It's going to be hard for me to come back from this.
You can just concede now. It will not hurt my feelings.
I am not going to concede because I might Mangini in the end. You don't know, I might have like 5 rookie cards.
Well, I love the 74 because there's 2 choices, and they're both, I think you can use either one on his PSA set registry, which is what we use, guys, the basic set registry for each player. Mine are both the same grade. I was going to say I'm going to use the one with the higher grade, but mine are both the same.
It doesn't matter what you use on this one because
6.
Ooh, I have a 2. I am not going to give you 12 points for that.
Why not? What are you talking about? I almost said I want to count them double. Like we do the rookie card, but whatever.
Now the 73, I actually like this card a lot, even though there's not a lot of action going on in this photo.
Yeah.
But again, it does show how towering he is. And look at that catcher in there.
Johnny Bench.
Yes, sir.
What do you have on that? A 4? I have a 7. Just a lowly 7. This is a route. I'm just telling you, like, we'll get through the 70s, and before we start the 60s, I'll let you know how bad. But here is 1972. Actually, I like that card. It's a good-looking card.
It's one of my favorite cards when I was younger. I have mine in a 4.
I have a 7. 71, tough card. Woo.
So I'm going to get you on this card right here. I feel it. Okay. And you probably should give me double if I do. I tell you what, let's flip for it like you did for that card at down at Strongsville. You know, double the points if I get it. We ought to do that like in golf sometime, like a push or something.
Yeah, or you can parlay or what is it where you push like somebody else can correct us. I can't remember in the moment. Yeah. I will give you double points. In fact, if you beat me on this card, I will count your points and not count my card at all.
Okay. I'm all
I'll
for
give you
that.
Double points and I will not count my card at all.
Oh, now I don't even like the way you're talking now. You're scaring me not even to show my card, but I'm going to show it anyway because I'm proud of it. I have a 7.
Well, double the points it is. I got a 5.
That's a hard card to get.
Golly, so what'd you get? You got 24 points. I got 0. That
ought to even us up. Yeah,
it actually gave you the lead. I now regret that decision. Okay,
yeah. When you got to understand, if we were playing golf, and I don't know what I forget what that term is too, but it'd be hard for me to take money from you if we were betting on that kind of a, But I like it today. I like it. You just get me caught up a little bit.
God, I'm so generous. All right, 1970 tops. I actually like this card too. I have a 7.
Well, you go back with the lead again. There, I have a 4.
Okay, let's do a score check here. Score right now. Actually, you still have a lead. 123.5 to 122.
Well, okay. So, we'll call it that for a little bit. I got, the guys that are rooting for me are clapping, but I'm not cheering too loud on that. So 1969, another beautiful card. I have a 5.
Okay, I also have a 5. Does the SGC designate last name in yellow or last name in white?
So this one does not. This one does not. And I set up at a card show yesterday with my doubles and stuff, and I, in my case, one of my Tom, you met Tom from at the Strongsville. He came over and said, "Hey, you might want to get a few of those letters in white out of there with those prices that I had on, because I had, I had them priced too low, and I'm glad to have them, like a Pete Rose in a white and a few of them in a white." So thank you to Tom.
68. I have a 5.5.
I have a 4.
Okay. That's actually not a bad looking card. No. We are exactly tied right now.
Okay, well, it's going to go ebb and flow here. Going to go ebb and flow here at the end. So
okay, we could just call it and be done.
I have a 4.
Okay, I win. 60. I have a 6.
So see there. So now you have a 2-point lead. Is that it?
That's right. I do want to show real quick the card you were talking about earlier, the Fence Busters, where he looks like a giant compared to Willie. He's in that card.
Look where his belt, his waist is. I mean,
yeah.
Oh, and you know what? When he swung, that front foot of his went up, and that toe pointed toward the sky when he swung. If he missed, he looked like he was screwing himself into the ground.
Yeah.
But he didn't get cheated on swings.
All right, 66. I think it's your up.
Okay, 66. I have a 6.
Okay. I have a 5.5.
Oh, another bunt single for me.
Bunt single. 65. I just like the close-upness of this and the colors, and I got a 6.
I have a 6.
Uh-oh.
So I just remember that the golf term is press.
Yes.
I just remembered that because I was thinking about pressing again on this card, but you don't want to do it. So
okay.
So the 64.
All right.
I have a 7.
Wow. I have a 5.
Yeah.
Look at us being close.
I think tooting our own horn here, patting ourselves on the back. I think it's neat when we do these showcase showdowns and we have all the cards, no matter what the grades are. And that ought to tell other collectors, if we're going to influence anybody on anything, get the card, look at the card, and enjoy the card. I'm not staring at the grade. You're not staring at the grade. We're just looking at it after we're done. We're just keeping score that way.
63. You have a half-point lead, by the way. So
it's going to grow. It's going to grow.
I have a 6.
I have a 6.
I thought you said it was going to grow.
I know, and it needs to. I need to get a bigger lead here because I know what's coming up on mine.
62. This is one of the sneaky ones. Crazy expensive, actually, for what it is, right?
Right.
He's a high number. I think you're up first. Or am I up first?
I'm up first, and those next 2 cards, you're getting ready to jump over me. I have a 2.
Okay. I have this in a 6, and I paid for it, believe me. Not cheap.
Beautiful card, though. Beautiful card.
Okay, I like where we're going here. I like this. Let's keep this train going because I have a lead. 61. I have a 6.
I have a 1.
Oh wow, that might do you in right there.
Yeah, even in golf, you can't press 3 times around, can you?
No, you can't. Okay, 1960 rookie. Double points for rookies, right? Everybody knows this. But I will show first his 60 Topps All-Star card, which I think is just awesome, which is not his rookie card. In today's world, this would be called a rookie card, which it's not. It's not a rookie card. It's a rookie year card.
Rookie year, sure.
But his rookie, 1960. What do you got?
Well, I have 4. Let me turn that around. But I also have a 5. If you notice, I kept the 5s in my showcase to sell, and my 4 is what I keep in my collection. The reason I do that is on my rookie cards, I wanted them all alike, and so all my rookie cards are in PSA holders. But I don't mind taking the 5 on this one.
I bet you don't. But I also have a 5, so no points awarded. No extra points awarded there. So as we finish up, it's actually still pretty close. 229.5 for you, 238 for me. I won even giving you 24 free points. That's fun though. That's fun. It's all good. I love his cards. I hope everybody he's got a great run, and it's not, other than a few cards, it's really not that expensive. And so I would encourage people, just like you did, go buy you some Willie McCovey cards and just enjoy them.
Mike, when we get these out and show them on it and lay them down on like you do on a tabletop, I appreciate the cards the way they look too. I mean, I love it. But what I tend to do is I start appreciating the player himself, and you pick up one of his later cards and get a look at all of his stats, and it's just everything's impressive. I mean, just
for sure,
like you say, he 500 home runs and just a mountain of a man, and he just a well-respected person in the Giants organization too, by the way.
Yeah, but largely overshadowed because of his career paralleled Willie Mays so much. By the time McCovey gets there, Mays is a star, and even though he outlasted Mays by about the same number of seasons as Mays got in before him, he's still, the Giants never became McCovey's team, right? I mean, because in 73, I think he got traded, or 74. Well, Mays is with the Mets then. So basically the old Giants are all kind of gone. When he comes back, he's not the same player. He's not the same, So I feel like he needs more respect in the hobby for sure. He's not very hobby relevant to a lot of people, but I sure love his stuff, and I'm glad to own him. So
agreed.
Well, you ready for the wheel?
Oh, let's hope it's kind to me. It needs to be kind to me. So yes, I guess I'm ready for the wheel.
You're going to start calling it the Wheel of Death, because that's what we're down to. Only a few. We're going to have to add more once we get through the next 10 or so. We're going to have to re-up we'll have like Hoyt Wilhelm. We'll start getting Bruce Sutter and Don Sutton and Early Wynn and some of these other guys in there. But
sure,
here we go. Let's see who we got next week. The wheel is spinning.
Don't nudge that table.
Ernie Banks. Love it. Oh, that's going to be fun, because talk about a guy that has some amazing cards, right?
Incredible card. And you talked about how McCovey it was never really McCovey's team. Well, it was always Ernie Banks's team with the Cubs. And even after he retired, it was Ernie Banks's team for a long time. So
absolutely. And I don't know that Ernie Banks has a bad card. So that'll be so much fun to do the Ernie Banks run. And I just want to tell everybody, thanks for watching. Thanks for the support. Hit that like button. Put down below that you're rooting for Mike after another victory. I appreciate it. And yeah, anything else, Chris? We'll get out of here.
No, but I guess that kid was right at Strongsville when he said he likes winners. So I tip my hat to you, partner.
Thanks, kid. All right. See you guys later. Keep collecting.